It's playoff basketball time in Minnesota. Tonight on Channel 12, a Section 5 Class 4A boys basketball semifinal as the number 4 seed, Park Center, takes on the number 1 seed, Champlin Park. Hello and welcome to Rogers High School. John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson. Ryan, Park Center, the defending section champion, but certainly a different team for Coach Bull Powell. Lost a lot of talent from last year. They come in as a definite underdog tonight against a 24-2 Rebels team.
Well, yeah, they got their hands full, John. Just the pace of play that Champlin Park plays. But I think that Park Center has the athleticism, the scoring capability to play at that high level. One of the notes in looking at these two teams is you want to play quick when playing against Park Center, but you don't want to play fast. And what I mean, you want to get quick shots, you want to take good baskets, good opportunities, but you don't want to create stuff and force yourself to take shots just to keep up with that pace. But it should be a really fun game tonight.
It's been a great season for Champlin Park, Northwest Suburban Conference champions. Just one conference loss, that was to Osseo, and they lost the non-conference game very early in the year to Hopkins. So they're having a terrific season, hoping to get to the state tournament for the first time in 4 years.
Well, and I grew up playing AAU basketball with their coach, Mark Tuxer, and I know what kind of work ethic he has. These guys work so hard, John, and they're in great shape. We talked about the pace. They're the highest scoring team in the Metro. They have 4 starters in double figures, a 5th right around 9.5, 9.7. So they really get up and down the floor. They're unselfish. They got depth. They're young, but they got 2 great seniors. They got the whole package, and he believes this is their year to make a run at the state tournament.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Pirates. For them to have a chance for an upset tonight, they're going to need a big game from one of their experienced players who has state tournament experience from 2013. That's Isaiah McKay.
Yeah, and he's coming off a 20-point game, early in the playoffs. He's capable of putting up 30s, and I think he's got to be a monster tonight. They got size. They got a couple guys that played key minutes last year in their state tournament run, but it all goes through him. He's the one that can really create his own shot off the dribble, in transition, how he handles pressure. So he's got to be on his game, not just scoring, John, but taking care of the basketball and then finding teammates, because they're going to pay a lot of attention to him as well.
And for Champlin Park, the guy that kind of makes their offense run, Ian Smith.
Yeah, and you and I talked, pregame, you could really pick their whole starting 5. Because really that's what makes them tough, is any one of their 5 guys can have a big night. But Ian kind of is the engine behind this machine. He gets the ball in transition, very unselfish, averages over 12 points, but also almost 6 assists a game. So he's a real dual threat. Playing college basketball at Northern State next year, he's going to be critical if Champlin Park's going to make a state tournament run.
The winner will play in the section final Friday night against either Osseo or Maple Grove, the second semifinal here tonight at Rogers. We'll take a break and come back and tip this one off. Park Center, Champlin Park, Section 5, boys basketball, next on Channel 12.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills 1 person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
With Ryan Iverson, I'm John Jacobson. Welcome back to our coverage of the Section 5 4A boys basketball playoffs. Park Center and Champlin Park in our first semifinal tonight as we look at the starters for tonight's game. For Park Center, the guards, Arion Ferrer, Isaiah McKay, and Amani Hooker. And the front court, Elijah Wright and Isaac Matthews. For Champlin Park, really just 1 in, 4 out. Brennan Witt, the forward. The guards, Marty Hill, Jeremy Johnson, J.T. Gibson, and Ian Smith.
Yeah, John, what a great atmosphere here. You can hear the crowd. It's a section playoff basketball. It doesn't get any better than that. This Rogers High School, it's a beautiful facility and it's loud. I feel like we're at a college game right now.
It's a terrific atmosphere. They've had the section up here for a number of years now, and they've had some of our best, most exciting games through the years here. Cooper and Champlin in basketball, and when Cooper had some of their good teams with Rodney Williams and Champlin Park, their last state tournament team last year, Park Center, Osseo a couple years ago with Bridge Tussler and DJ Hebert in that group. So,
you know, and one thing too, to our viewers, I mean, on paper this might look like it's a mismatch, but when you really look at both teams, and we've seen both of them here on Channel 12 throughout the year, I mean, they're really similar in a lot of ways. They have a lot of depth. They have capable scorers. They like to play fast. You know, we talked to both coaches, and especially with, you know, Coach Powell, he said, we want to play fast. We want that speed. And they got length. And so I think it's just a matter of execution. And then the other thing, too, when you're 0-2 against a team, you've been blown out. If it happens early, you know, you get down early, then you start to think, here we go again.
Right.
Yeah, I think the first few minutes to start this game are going to set the tone. If Park Center can get out early, get a couple of quick baskets, maybe get a lead, that'll do wonders for their confidence.
Champlin Park in the navy blue and silver. Park Center in the white, green, and gold. And they'll be right to jump against Witt to get this one underway. Maple Grove Crimson are already here. They'll play in the second semifinal against the Osseo Orioles, number 2 and 3 seeds. And the opening.
There's mine. Yep. I like the opening play there. A great tip play, and they got the look they wanted as Park Center wasn't able to get a stop there, but they still didn't get the layup.
JT Gibson with a strip of McKay, blocked by Wright, but we're going to get a foul whistled against Elijah Wright.
Yeah, what I love there, John, to start, JT Gibson active on his hands. I mean, look at the length, but watch a good offensive player. Watch him draw this foul. See how he jumps in right there? And it almost could have been an offensive foul, but great players create the contact with their bodies. And he did a nice job, and he's going to get rewarded there with two free throws.
Gibson, one of the guys that Ryan mentioned in the pregame, is 4 guys in double figures. As is Park Center. They actually put a lot of points on the board as well. Gibson averaging just under 12 a game, hits both free throws, and the first points of the game on the board. McKay got it in. Jumper by Matthews, missed off the Pirates, not about this.
Yeah, Isaac Matthews, I mean, he's a capable scorer, over 12 a game. His game is athleticism, getting to the basket, finishing at the rim, offensive rebounds. He can knock down that little 5 to 10 foot jumper, but maybe not the first shot of the game that you want.
Smith drives to the hoop, missed the shot, rebound by McKay, and a foul on Smith. Still get Bull Powell, 4th-year head coach. Terrific season last year, getting the Pirates to the state tournament.
You know, and he made it very clear to us too before the game. This is a different team than last year. Trying to set that expectation, guys. You are as talented as what we had last year. You got to put your mark on it this year, and really wanted to individualize this postseason, this game with this group of guys.
As much as we talk about it and other people around the program talk about it, he's like, hey, that's last year, you know? Doesn't matter now.
You know, it'd be one thing if they brought back all 5 starters, but they lost a lot of talent.
There's Mark Tucksher, 8th year head coach of the Rebels. Pirates trying to get on the board here. Ball knocked away. Last off of Johnson of Champlin Park.
One thing John Champlin's doing is they're doubling the ball. Whoever's handling the ball, the second they turn their back, a double team's coming. Park Center's got to be aware that you got to protect the ball against this Champlin team.
Arion Farrar out to Matthews. Into the paint. Matthews takes it to the basket. Missed it, and Witt with the rebound. Tried to outlet it, and a steal by Farrar. Back to Matthews. Backing down his defender. Knocked away. And off Park Center. You could hear Bo Powell yelling from the bench, hey, take care of the ball. They have struggled with turnovers or near turnovers in these early possessions.
Yep, and there it is. It's playing quick. You know, play quick, make quick decisions, but not fast. And that time they had a 3-on-2. Take your time. Make sure you get a shot out of that. They did play great defense, getting a turnover.
Witt spun inside and kicks it out to the corner. Three-point shot is up and in. That's Jeremy Johnson with the three. Very good perimeter shooting team, this Park Center club. Offensive foul.
Tough call. Charges, blocks, they're always really hard to call, John. But on a play like that, it didn't look like there was a lot of contact there. You almost want to just let that one go. But excellent defensive position. I mean, give credit to Brennan Witt for stepping in there. But on the flip side, Brennan Witt is a matchup I really like offensively. He's very skilled down on the block, and then you can see the unselfishness. He could have forced a tough jump shot. Instead, he swung the ball, hit Jeremy Johnson, and they got good shooters. They really spread the floor well, this Champlin Park team on offense. No, Park Center, the scoreboard here, that's what the weight is. It should be 5-0.
Eric Norby, one of the officials, coming over, and now they've got it right on the. They had a 3-2, but it should have been 5-0.
Yep, the basket did not count as they called a charge on Isaac Matthews.
So we got that straightened out. We played just over 2 minutes here.
Pretty low scoring for Champlin at this point.
Here's Witt. Looks like he brought it up high on the dribble. An offensive foul this time on Witt. Good job holding his position, Elijah Wright. And Witt picks up his first foul. 2 team fouls on each squad.
Yeah, 2 things, John. You watch this play. First of all, Park Center was crying for a carry on that ball. And then excellent defense right there, sliding in to take a charge. Elijah Wright. You love that as a coach. You love seeing in a playoff game making an unselfish play, taking a charge. Nothing gets a team more excited than that.
The other thing on the scoreboard, they have a 5-0, but for the guest. And being the #1 seed, Champlin Park actually the home team. So that part is set. Now the players they have up on the sideboards of the main scoreboard still are flip-flop, but we can live with that, right, Ryan?
Well, you know, that's right there. That's
tough shot for McKay.
Yeah, you know, he's an excellent scorer, but that's a contested fadeaway 18-footer. You know, in a big game too, as a scorer, sometimes you want to get an easy one just to get the blood going, see the ball go in. Instead, your first shot's an air ball.
Smith, nice move to avoid the steal. Gets the ball back from Witt to kick it back out. Gibson, 3 is good.
Three-point basket by number 15, J.T. Gibson.
Quickly, 8-0 Rebels.
I love how Park Center wasted no time. They came back and attacked. But watch the breakdown here, John. I mean, this is excellent offense. I mean, kick out. Brendan Witt had a shot. He kicked it out. Ian Smith had an open look. One more swing to Gibson. I mean, they're unselfish, and they'll give up a good shot for a great shot. And it always seems like when you do that, the next shot goes in. I love that about Park Center. They play inside and out, and they'll give up good shots for better shots.
Gibson committed the foul, his first, as Isaac Matthews tries to get the Pirates on the board. Got the second one.
Yeah, and that's huge. Just getting that ball to go in. Now you got a point. Now you relax, and now as a team, you just say, all right, guys, let's play. You know, and we talked to both coaches that they might switch their defenses up, and now Park Center going to a 2-3, trying to keep that Rebels offense, which really attacks inside out. Maybe they can force them, keep them on the perimeter.
3-point try from Smith is good. So threes from Johnson, Gibson, and Smith early, and it's 11-1.
They're going to be tough to beat. Anyone in the state's going to have their hands full if they're making threes like that.
Drive to the basket, and McKay has Park Center's first bucket of the game. Witt to the basket, short, follow up by Hill, gets the offensive board, another try up and in.
I mean, that maybe looked easy. I mean, he went over Isaac Matthews, who's one of the best athletes. Holy, I can't even get a point in, John. The scoring is explosive here.
McKay with the three. And it's 13-6. Gibson thought about the three. Back out to Smith. He'll back it out. Farrar guarding him. Hill to Johnson. The only guy that hasn't scored yet for the Rebels is their top scorer, Brennan Whip. But we talked about very balanced scoring for this Rebels team and a good shooting perimeter club. Gibson lost it, got it back, and feeds Witt for two.
He heard you say that, John, and he had to get in the scoring. But, I mean, look at the play again. Again, I mean, unselfish plays. They're giving up good shots for even better shots. And you love watching them, the way this Rebel team plays on offense.
Farrar missed on the three. Here's Gibson looking ahead. He'll drive the lane. I didn't see if we did an offensive foul.
No, they called it a carry on
carry,
that one.
okay.
Yep. And that's been a point of emphasis all year long for referees. If they feel like an offender gets an advantage by carrying that ball, they're going to call it. And I've seen it called a lot more this year. You heard Coach Powell just say, we don't need a quick shot. Telling his guys, it's real easy when you play against Champlin to get caught up in this pace, and you feel like you got to get a shot, you got to match their shots. And you don't. All you have to do is get good shots.
Ball loose on the floor. Tough play in the lane. Stripped away from Amani Hooker. Tie up. Jump ball.
Jump ball. Park Center possession.
Rebels possession will be inbounded by Eric Racine, 5'10" sophomore.
Oh, beautiful out of bounds play. Yep. That was just a quick duck in. Amani Hooker just ducked right in, beat his defender, had a layup, and a good foul too. Make them earn it from the free throw line.
It is Gibson's second. We'll see if he comes out. Looks like Alex Lebo is getting ready to check in, presumably for Gibson, and does. Lebo, a 5'10" senior.
And Gibson's a big loss. He's at 6'3", he's a junior, but he kind of does everything. He's long, he's a great defender. He can shoot the ball really well, but he can also get to the hole. So that foul may come into play here, is having him off the floor. That's a big loss for Champlin.
Hooker connects on both free throws. And the lead is 7 for Champlin Park. Johnson in the corner. Smith back to Johnson. Three ball on the way, long, and rebounded by Hill. Off to Witt, puts it on the floor, back out to Hill. Brennan Witt to the corner to Lebo. And no reset. Ball knocked away from Witt, but it came to Johnson. Back to Witt. Trying to get the pass off. Ball knocked away. Still controlled by the Rebels. Witt and then off of Matthews.
I love, they're getting the ball to Witt, and I love how unselfish he is. At some point, if I'm his coach, I got to tell him, we need you to be aggressive. You catch the ball in that paint, especially against the zone, turn and go. Look to attack.
Lebo, little hook off the glass, too strong off Champlin Park.
That's just great defense. We're right by the Park Center, Ben. You can hear the communication, great effort, and I think they'll live with the Lebo left-handed hook shot in the paint against a taller defender every day of the week. And I do want to take a minute and say, hello to Coach Tucker's parents who are out in Naples, Florida, watching on the internet right now on Channel 12, watching their son. So hello to them.
Three-point shot from Farrar is good. He's on the board, and it's 15-11. Slow start for Park Center, but now they're back to within 4. Looking for another good defensive stop like last possession.
Yep.
Smith drives in some traffic, knocked away, and again, Park Center active with hands defensively and knock the ball away.
Yeah, look at the confidence here. Great unselfish pass. Farrar steps up. He's averaging over 12 a game. Very capable scorer. He knocks it down. That's big. What an answer for Park Center. It looks like this game was starting to go, Champlin's way right from the beginning. Instead, Park Center battles back, and they're playing really, really hard on the defensive end right now.
Johnson had the rebound off of Hill's missed three. Here's Witt trying to back down Matthews, and he traveled.
I'll tell you, I think if you ask Coach Tucker, they're getting the ball where they want. They want Witt to have the ball down low. He's in a one-on-one situation, even against the zone. He just got to be more aggressive with that and show some assertion. He's very skilled, John. We've seen him, he's very capable of grabbing it and doing a move. He looks tentative right now, and that's playing into Park Center's favor, because if he's aggressive and attacking, they're really a tough team to guard.
McKinley Wright, 5'11" freshman in for Champlin Park, number 20. Elijah Wright back in for Park Center. Farrar, 3-point. That's long, and Johnson rebounds.
Did you see how high he got up for that rebound?
Smith to the corner, off the hands of Wright, out of bounds. Turnover Rebels.
Well, number 20, McKinley Wright, that was off his fingers. That's where, when they're not playing with their starters, guys aren't used to flow isn't quite there. And that's why that second foul earlier in the game on JT Gibson was so big.
All knocked away off Champlin Park. Alex Hilly, 6'5" senior in. And he'll replace Witt. Oliver Sudu in for Park Center for the first time. He's coming in for Farrar. Sudu with the inbound.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Hooker off, right shot, block, and put up and in on the putback by Racine.
Yeah, he just stuck with it. That was just persistence paying off. He made a great pass, followed up the miss with the offensive rebound. Beautiful touch.
Hilly in some trouble. 5-second call over to Park Center. Another Rebel turnover. This Park Center defense has kept Champlin Park stuck on 15 points.
Yep. And you just feel the energy coming over from this side of the court, too. And this is great. I mean, Champlin comes in averaging just under 90 points a game. Having them at the 15-point at the halfway mark of the first half, and that's a remarkable defensive effort.
Ball knocked away. Hooker trying to catch up with it and can. Pirates turn it back over to the Rebels.
Coach Tucker, he's got depth. He's played 9 guys all year long, but really quickly in this game, he's had to go to his bench, and I think it's disrupted their offensive flow. And they're playing tentative. I haven't seen Champlin play tentatively yet this year.
Right up with the shot up and in. McKinley Wright.
Nice looking move right there by McKinley.
Now McKay. Backs it out, hands it off to Sudu. Try to get the pass away. Knocked by the Rebels away, and they're going to get a foul on Sudu after the turnover by the Pirates.
Yeah, Sudu got caught. He doesn't have a lot of height. He's only 5'8". He got caught in the air. And this Champlin team, no kid, they're as long as anybody in the state of Minnesota. They're going to get up, try to get deflections. They remind me a lot, John, of the Hopkins girls team as far as creating turnovers and turning it into points. Really quicker than any team that I've seen this year. That's what they're predicated on, creating stops, taking bad shots, getting rebounds, and then going in transition.
Farrar and Matthews back in for the Pirates at that last whistle. Strip of Hilly, turnover Champlin Park. Back comes Farrar for the Pirates. Going to take his man off the dribble, whistle before the shot, and a foul on Champlin Park.
I've been impressed with Farrar's effort here in the first half. He's got on the floor a couple times, come up with some big rebounds. There he's attacking the basket, knocked down a 3 earlier. So he's got a little bit of everything, which they're going to need. They're going to need multiple people to step up to beat Champlin Park here this afternoon.
15 foul. And avoiding the 5-second call. Farrar tried to throw it off his guy, but then it went.
And you know what, John? That ball hit the ground first, and it should have been a dead ball there. Once it hits the ground, out of bounds, it's dead. Did you notice that? I mean, it hit the ground prior to hitting Farrar out of bounds.
Johnson's 3, in and out. Hill thought it was off of Hooker, but it's ruled off of Hill instead. Turnover.
And Park Center's lucky, because if Hill would have collected that, all he had to do was turn and lay that up in. That would have been a 2-point right there for Champlin.
Isaac Matthews. Farrar will fake. And he'll come back out. Stripped by Johnson. Tie up. Alternate possession will send it Champlin Park's way.
Yeah, really too much dribbling of the ball right there by Farrar. And as much as we've talked about Champlin's offense, I've been equally impressed with their defense too. They've created quite a few turnovers. And both teams, their effort level is extremely high, which you expect in playoff basketball. But both teams diving on the floor. You love the effort you're seeing from the defensive side of the basketball.
McKay back in for Park Center and Smith for Champlin Park. Johnson to Witt. Marty Hill almost stripped by Matthews. Got it back out. Johnson to Witt. Back to Johnson. Witt drives baseline. Stripped away off of Hooker and out of bounds. Hilly back in and Johnson out. Inbound to Lebo. Under 8 minutes to play. Witt backing down Matthews. Traveling on Witt.
Oh. Yeah. Let's watch this. I mean, that's great post defense. Look at the physicality. Witt tried to step through, got his leg caught in that extra shuffle, but yeah, I've never seen him so tentative, John, making, attacking the basket. He usually gets to the rim at will and is good for at least a dunk or two a game. He's very athletic.
Matthews called for traveling. It's a much better defensive effort, at least at this point in the game, than the Pirates showed against Champlin Park just 2 weeks ago, and the Rebels scored 91.
Yep. And I think they knew they probably wouldn't in a shootout be able to outscore this Champlin team. And I think they knew they had to really slow them down. And they've done that. And I like they're switching their defense from zone to man, trapping.
Lebo drives to the basket after the missed three. Fouled, and they'll go to the line for two.
When you play a team like Champlin that's offensively just got so many components to it, they can score fast, and they can score in the half court, they can shoot, they can get to the rim. You got to get them out of their rhythm. And how do you do that? Well, number one, you put pressure on them and you take them out of their motion offense. You switch defense so they're never comfortable, and they're being physical too. This Champlin team is a finesse team. They're used to getting out and being, finesse and quick in transition. And Park Center, hats off to them. They've been very physical, and it's paid off here in the first half.
Lebo missing both. Witt got the offensive rebound, though. Smith, an open three look. That missed. Rebounded by Hill. The second and third opportunities here for the Rebels this trip down the floor. Hill drives and scores.
What a move. And fitting, too, that he got the bucket. He had a great offensive rebound, and what a big-time move. That's a college move. He shot fake, one dribble, ripped through hard, got all the way to the rim and kissed it off the backboard. Beautiful offensive move.
McKay off for Buckley. Drive to the basket and score. Or, excuse me, Hooker with the basket.
Yeah, watch this move. One, that's a hard move to defend. He's so long, athletic. He just takes one hard dribble to the basket. And then look at beautiful looking move right there. Hooker does the same, basically the same move, and it looked like there could have been some contact there as well. But no call, basket was good, and we're back to a 4-point game.
.620 to go in the first half. Smith. Here comes Witt. Off the block, turns, can't get it to go.
A heck of a move, great big time move. He's had a couple of rim in and out.
Skip three, and Pirates are back within one. McKay now with 8, strip. Here come the Pirates again, trying to take the lead, and they do on Farrar's basket. And a timeout for Champlin Park.
We talked about it, John. I thought the first 10 minutes of this game were so critical because they've been blown out twice by Champlin this year. They get down early in the start of this game. I kind of started to think, here we go again. Give them, the Pirates, all the credit in the world. They came back, and it really started defensively. I mean, they've been physical. They've made, you know, Champlin earn everything they've got. And then offensively here, I mean, this is just a great Isaiah McKay. I mean, in transition, you know, no hesitation, all the confidence, knocks it down. And then a lot of times teams that have a strength like transition, if you give them a dose of their own medicine, it can really knock them off. And the last couple times down, you know, Park Center, great job pushing the ball in transition and then converting on those as well.
A quick 7-0 run for the Pirates is giving them the lead for the first time today.
You know, and this is too, I mean, Champlin has lost twice all year, but they're used to blowing people out. So you always wonder, you get them in a close game, how are they going to respond? And we're going to find out.
No, they're not right now, and they're not hitting their outside shots. They've missed a lot of 3 balls here in the last 8 minutes of the game.
And another thing I'll say too, John, is Champlin's getting a ton of offensive rebound. In the course of a game, that's just going to increase the probabilities they're going to start knocking these down. So as great as Park Center is playing defensively, they got to finish the playoff. They got to get rebounds. Don't give Champlin second, third opportunities. And here's an example. They get a second chance. Now they're going to go to the free throw line.
Foul on Brandon Oganda, his first.
Foul on number 33, Brandon Oganda.
And Brendan Witt will go to the line to shoot 2.
Brandon Oganda, he's playing Brendan Witt down low. He's only 6'3", but he's big, he's strong, and he's long. And he's given Witt fits. And I've seen Champlin play over the last 2 years, probably 20 games, and I've never seen Brendan Witt be this discombobulated, if you will. He's always so composed, always finishing at the rim. They need him. They need him to be a monster. They need him to be aggressive and confident.
Tied up at 20, just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's McKay driving to the basket, offensive foul. First on Isaiah McKay.
That's the right call. I mean, that was excellent. I saw that play develop, and you can see Jeremy Johnson, great help side defense, slides over, and he was there before McKay took off. Excellent help side defense. When you're playing a really good one-on-one player like Isaiah McKay, you've got to, it's a team defense. You've got to have help. And that's something they practice all week, taking charges. These guys will leave their feet. Someone's got to be there, take a charge. Big play.
Witt takes the pass back from Hill. Too high off the glass. Rebound to McKay. Outlets to Farrar. Farrar trying to take it to the basket. Smith stripped it away. Pirates reset. Skip pass across to Farrar. Farrar driving. Baseline jumper by Oganda. Missed, and here comes Johnson for Champlin Park. Cut off by Hooker as he passes into the front court. Down low is Hill, and he's fouled. Marty Hill to the line for 2.
You know, and watch Elijah Wright come over. You know, he could have just given that layup up. Instead, he challenged it, contested it. Now, he did foul him. But what a smart move. I mean, this is playoff basketball. You don't give a layup. Foul them, make them go to the free throw line and earn it. You know, Champlin hasn't knocked all their free throws down here tonight. So I just love the atmosphere, the intensity. You feel like you're in a playoff environment right now.
Second free throw by Hill, missed. Witt had a hand on it, couldn't control it. And Wright gets it to Farrar. McKay, Hooker puts it on the floor. Pull up from 14. Drops through. They say it hit off of the support up high. I didn't see that, but that's what happened, and that's no basket. No, we stay at 21-20.
Well, now you can see Park Center's in a 1-3-1 zone. And the way Champlin's attacked it, they've gotten Brendan Witt involved in the middle of the floor. and he's been able to either dive and get the ball down low and either score or kick to a cutting or opposite teammate, and it's been very effective. They just haven't made their shots.
Witt's pass intended for Smith, broke it up by Hooker.
I used to love John as a scorer against the zone, getting the ball in the middle of the floor, because you got so many options, and you can either attack or it's always a great chance to make plays for your teammates.
Open three look for Johnson is good.
Three-point basket by number 4, Jeremy
So Jeremy Johnson trying to get back into a shooting rhythm, the second three of the game. Here's Farrar, almost stripped away. Smith and Johnson had closed on him briefly defensively. Step back shot knocked down by McKay.
He plays at such a nice rhythm there, didn't he? Came to a nice stop and just did that little Dirk Nowitzki step back and beautiful touch. Excellent one-on-one move.
Three-pointer from Smith is good.
number 20.
You know, and really, Champlin's not doing anything different. The only difference is, John, they're going in. I mean, these are the shots they've been getting all the first half.
Farrar missed, right offensive board and scores.
Number 23, Elijah Wright.
Well, Elijah Wright, he averages over 7 points, has a high of 18. I mean, he's capable of scoring and just does the dirty work there as he just works hard for the offensive rebound.
Good pass on the inside. Witt can't finish, though. And Park Center gets a timeout call. They got control of the ball long enough, get a
Excellent
timeout.
effort.
Thirty-second timeout for the Pirates.
Just a heads-up play. Take a look in here. I mean, this is great ball movement. They're getting open threes, John. They hit them in the first couple minutes of the game, then they went kind of quiet, and now the last couple times down they fit as well. That's just an effort play, getting offensive rebound, finishing back up. And on the other end, Brendan Witt's getting the ball right where he wants it, right where he's effective, where they've given it to him for the last 3 years. He's just not finishing, and I credit the Park Center defense. They are challenging everything, and you've seen Brendan Witt play enough where he finishes at the rim or above the rim. The length, I think, of Park Center, the physicality, it's gotten to him, and you know, he's their leading scorer, averaging over 16 a game. So far, he's only got 3, and he's had a number of close shot attempts too.
For our front court, McKay a long three for the tie. Didn't get it. Hooker rebound, puts it back up and in.
Not the shot that I know that Coach Powell wanted, but great offensive rebound by Hooker, and he did his fullback imitation, just lowered that shoulder, created some space, and then finished. Learned that from his older brother.
Ball skipped out to Johnson to the corner. Smith, another three is good.
You think he likes that left baseline, John? He's hit about 3 of them in the first half.
Drive, and we can get a foul.
Well, last possession down, he knocked down a 3 from that same spot. Look at the confidence. That's a hard thing as a shooter, too. You're coming off the baseline like that, turn to your right, and then you got to square up, knock it down with a guy in your face. That's just confidence and beautiful looking shot. Ian Smith, you know, usually the distributor, you know, very capable of scoring. So far, he's the leading scorer for this Champlin Park team.
Right in, Gibson out. They don't want him to pick up that third foul with 1:42 left in the half. That last foul on Hill is his first. McKay to the line for the first time tonight, and he makes both.
And John, I'm going to tell you too, the last 1:42, it's really critical. We've seen this Champlin team all year be able to go on 8-0 runs pretty quick. The way Park Center has played this first half, I think this last minute and a half, who can close it strong, who can get that momentum going into halftime is huge.
Hill's jumper, good look at it. Shot wouldn't drop. Rebound by Hooker. McKay. Strong scoring first half for him. Turning and a little block from behind, then the follow-up shot wouldn't go. And we'll get a foul on Park Center.
And that's big too, because that's going to put them in the bonus. Park Center is going to shoot a 1-on-1. So it's big for that reason. It's a foul. You're going to get 2 free throws. But I think it's big for Brendan Witt, who's really, like we've talked about, struggled this first half. You get to a free throw line, maybe he knocks both of these down, and that's kind of lifts that pressure off. Like, hey, now I've hit a couple, and now I'm feeling good, because we know he's very explosive.
Witt does hit the first one. 4 points for Witt, who comes in averaging 16.5 a game. In and out on the second one, the rebound to Hooker. So a 3-point game with just over a minute to play in the first half. Drive, and we get a foul. Foul's going to be on Hill. That's his second.
It's too bad, too, that Hill got him across the head, because Brendan Witt had jumped in place, was ready to take a charge. And Isaiah McKay left his feet. The charge was there, but instead there was a foul across the head, instead of 2 free throws. Well, and that's his second, too. That's Marty Hill's number 2. So they got, Champlin's got 2 of their very athletic forwards with 2 fouls.
McKay 4 for 4 from the line. He's got 14 points, and he is his Park Center team within 1 with a minute to play in the half.
Well, and like we talked about, we thought he'd have to have a big game, high 20s, low 30s, just from a scoring standpoint. But really, the story's been their defense and beautiful move. How big has Ian Smith been from scoring the ball? 3 threes and a nice layup right there.
McKay for a 3. This one missed. Rebound. The Hooker puts it up and in.
What a great play. I mean, he skied for that. Watch his footwork and his body work, too. He was able to control his body, get that shot off. Beautiful play.
Lebo open 3. Back iron, no. Rebound to Oganda. Quick play ahead. Comes to Racine. Trying to get it off from McKay. Ball stripped away by Champlin Park. Ahead it goes to Witt. Goes to the baseline, and he fouled.
And Coach Powell is very upset. He's frustrated, and rightfully so. Park Center had control of the ball. He was telling them to hold it out, hold for the last shot. Instead, they turn it over, and they're going to get 2 free throws for Champlin. So kind of a big momentum change on that last possession.
Fouls on Farrar, his first, as Witt goes to the line for 2. Two of 5 from the line so far tonight for Witt, plus 1 field goal. That's been it. Not the second one. Under 10 seconds to go. Pirates, one last shot to tie it or perhaps take the lead. Farrar, a 3 for the lead. Off the mark. Foul up at the buzzer, not good for Oganda as the first half comes to an end. Good first half for the number 4 seed Park Center, who's lost by combined 55 points in 2 games against Champlin Park this year. They're down just 2, Ryan, at halftime.
Well, and that's a great point, John. You look, 77-91. That's how much they gave up to Champlin Park in their first 2 games. 34 points at half. They got to be really pleased with their effort. And I think, too, if Park Center had played a little smarter offensively, they could be up, 6, 8 points right now at halftime. But I think if you ask Coach Powell, you're going to hold Champlin in the mid-30s, and you're only going to be trailing by 2 at half. He would take that every day. And now you just got to get in there, build your team up with confidence, and come out, and you got to play with that same sustained energy and that level of commitment on defense. I thought that was the key. Park Center, their intensity, their physicality on defense was outstanding.
34-32, Champlin Park up on Park Center. We'll take time out, come back, and look at the first half and have second half play for you next from Rogers High School.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Halftime here at Rogers High School, 34-32, top seed Champlin Park, leading number 4 seed Park Center. Highlights from the first half of play. Champlin Park started very strong in the opening minutes of play. Jeremy Johnson with the 3. The Rebels able to knock down some early 3-pointers. There's JT Gibson from the top of the key with another 3. Ian Smith knocked one down. The Rebels were up big early, but then Park Center, some good defense, and they chip away offensively, but drive and basket there for Isaiah McKay, and then Ariel Farrar with the 3. Marty Hill taking it to the basket as he started to do later in the half with 2. The drive and hoop here for Amani Hooker.
He's got a great first step, just like his brother.
Yeah, Isaiah McKay, another 3-point shot for him. He's been the top scorer for the Pirates. Jeremy Johnson with the 3, and Ian Smith with a couple of late threes in that first half as well to help his team nurse a 2-point lead here at halftime. You look at the top scorers. Park Center's McKay with 14, Hooker 8, Farrar 5, and for Champlin Park, Smith with 11, Johnson with 6 on a couple of threes, Witt and Hill 5 points apiece. 34-32, Champlin Park leads Park Center. Back with more Section Boys Basketball on 12 Sports in a moment.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
John Jacobson, Ryan Iverson back at Rogers High School. Second half of play in our first 5-4A semifinal. Number 4, Park Center looking for the big upset. They take the lead back on a 3 for Amani Hooker.
Can't ask for a better start. I love the set play out of the halftime, and they executed it perfectly. They got Hooker on a down for 3, knocks it down, gives them a lead. What a big start.
The other end, Hill missing a 3. Here's Farrar attacking the basket, gives it up on the pass. McKay steps back on the reset.
We know too, John, they've done this without Isaac Matthews being a factor at all offensively, and he's a big, strong, athletic guy. Had some big dunks in the state tournament last year. I expect him to have a bigger second half.
Yeah, there's 2 for him right away off.
I think they're going to go to him. And if they can get a little inside out with their guard play that they've had, they're going to be tough. You know, the other thing to factor too, we talked about, Champlin's used to blowing people out. How are they going to respond in a close game? Are they going to get nervous? Are they going to get tight? And the answer is apparently no.
Jeremy Johnson knocking down the 3. Contested jumper for Farrar. Tough shot wouldn't go.
That's a bad shot. That's a tough shot. They can get that shot at any time. Off balance, fading away. And then on top of it, you get a foul 85 feet away from the basket. And that's Champlin basketball. Great extra pass. and Jeremy Johnson knocks it down, and that's his third 3 of the game. So Champlin's really, they're getting the shots they want. It's just a matter of them knocking it down.
The foul whistle against Elijah Wright. He's the first player to take 3 fouls in the game, and on Smith's drive to the basket, he's fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah. How impressive. I mean, Smith is so quick. His first step is quick, and he's not a big guy. He's only 5'11", but he's strong, and you can see that he ripped that ball through 2 defenders and almost had an and one. But you love his quick step, and I think more than anything, Coach Tucker talks about just his demeanor, his court awareness, his court vision. He's just a leader out on the floor.
Free throws may be a factor in this game. Champlin Park, 7 out of 14, just 50%. Park Center, 7 of 8. But the Rebels lead by 1. Farrar's jumper, not good. Matthews there for the putback.
And that's his game. We've seen him. He's very active on offensive rebounds. Transition, he gets to the rim, and he can score in the post if he gets the ball. That's a big sign for Park Center. He's got 2 early baskets to start the second half.
12 losses on the season for Park Center. They're playing very well tonight. You know, Coach Powell was talking to me before the game about we had a long stretches of games where not everybody was healthy. Finally, everybody's healthy here in the postseason. Witt scores.
And that's Brendan Witt's game, too, just being great hands around the rim and a great pass. Ian Smith finds a nice reverse layup.
Booker's shot long with a push underneath and a foul on Witt of Champlin Park.
That's just basketball 101. You drive, draw that defender out to you, and as a big guy, I love how Brendan Witt stepped in with his hands ready and was able to finish right at the rim.
Foul on Witt is his second. Matthews open underneath, couldn't get this one to go, tipped it up, won't go. Gets another try, blocked by Witt, and then Witt gets the rebound.
That's 2 great athletes going at it, and they both quick jump too. Oh, what a move.
Smith gets by him right.
That was a little stop and go, and man, does he go when he turns it on.
Matthews stripped, and Hill thought he had a clean strip, and he's couldn't call for the foul.
Watch this stop and go. He's going pretty quick. He slows down right here, and then just explodes. And for a little guy, he see how he uses his body to shield the defender? His scoring's been big because you got Brendan Witt, who's off of what his normal average is, and Ian Smith, the senior captain, has stepped up, only averaging 12 points, already has 14 on the night.
Tough drive, nobody there in the corner to save it. It's a turnover for Park Center. Farrar had nowhere to go with it, and Matthews couldn't save it.
Yeah, I just was looking at Coach Powell there. We can see his reaction. I mean, Farrar's an excellent player, but that's twice now in the second half. He's just made some poor decisions. There's no reason to go there, no reason to force that pace. Let it come to you. They were having a lot of success, just dribble handoffs, see what the defense gives, and then attack. Smith
missing on the 3, and ball ends up in the hands of Elijah Wright. It's Farrar's shot. Missed, rebound by Witt. Smith driving Gibson from the wing, and he's fouled. The one thing Park Center's done a great job on tonight, the last trying down the court here for Champlin Park is a great example. They have not allowed them transition baskets, which has been Champlin Park's game. They grab a rebound and they go. The Pirates have done a great job getting back on defense.
Yep, no, absolutely. You haven't seen any dunks or breakaway wide open layups. Everything's been contested, and that's a big reason why they've held them to 42 points so far and are only down by 3 points. You've got to get back, stop the ball, make Champlin work in a pressure situation, make them play half court because they're capable, but they're not as good doing that.
Johnson missed in close. Wright rips the rebound away. Jump ball. It'll be Champlin Park basketball.
Jump ball. Rebels possession.
Inbound play for Lebo. Headed into Johnson, back out to Gibson. Lebo open 3. Short, and a rebound or foul on Witt.
That's his third, JJ.
So Witt with 3. Matthews also has 3 for Park Center. He took one on that last trip down the court for Champlin Park offensively. And Witt will come out, Hilly in. So Lebo missed that 3. He's been off tonight, Dave.
Yep.
Count on him for some good outside shooting when he comes off the bench. Hasn't been able to give it to him tonight.
Nope.
And Hilly commits the foul on Matthews.
And you're right, and I love what Park Center did there with Brennan Witt outside of the game. They go immediately into Isaac Matthews, and with Witt, his athleticism can neutralize Matthews. That time, there's no one on the court, especially, you know, Alex Hilly. He's 6'5", but he's a thin 6'5". Matthews just powered him up, drew the foul. I think Champlin is as great as Ian Smith is and has been. I think their most important player is Brendan Witt because he's the one inside presence, the one athletic, the one guy that can secure rebounds, block shots. Without him in the game, they are a completely different basketball team.
Isaac Matthews with 6 points here in the second half after just 1 in the first half. And we're to a 1-point game again. Smith handing off to Johnson. Lebo 3. This one is good.
Even though he's been off, John, but you got to have an awareness on him as a shooter. And there's a turnover breakaway.
McKay missing or lost the ball on the floor, and Smith makes him pay at the other end. McKay almost lost it again. Johnson got a hand in there defensively. Here's Racine, knocked away by Johnson. And a foul, and Johnson will go to the line for 2. And there's 5 quick points, almost 7 quick points in about 35 seconds of game clock there.
That's what they do. They've had other close games. And look at this. I mean, just a great defensive play. Jeremy Johnson attacking and almost finishes. And he did draw the foul, but that's what we were talking about, John. You know, they can go on a 10-0 run in less than a minute. And it all starts in defense, creating turnovers, and then in transition. We saw a couple of quick transition. It's almost like it's like a shark that smells blood. They get a transition basket, their whole team feeds off of it, and they just become this, almost like they transform into Superman, you know, and that's when they're great. It's an 8-point game. Park Center needs to get a bucket here to stop the bleeding.
Biggest lead since early in the game for Champlin Park. Matthews answers at the other end.
Big time move. Great play call. They got Matthews coming off a baseline screen. Great job sealing and finishes it.
Johnson left open, knocks down his 4th three-pointer of the game. Timeout, Park Center.
But do you see how that transition baskets, John? I mean, everything now, the rim seems bigger. Everything seems to go right for him, and I love this call. Look at this big-time move. He knows there's no one athletic or strong enough that can deny him down low. And again, he had a wide-open look, another unselfish play. And wow, Jeremy Johnson, that's his 4th 3 of the game. And that's the tough part too. When you got 3 or 4 shooters and really can spread the floor. We've seen Wheeler Baker at Osseo, phenomenal shooter, but he doesn't have that spacing that this Champlin team has. When you got 4 guys at any time that can knock threes, it's hard on the defense. And if you're unselfish, you're going to get open looks.
Coach Bull Powell really talking to his guys about defense as well as they did defensively in the first half. These last trips down the floor, they're leaving guys wide open.
Yeah, and even though that 3 wasn't necessarily a transition, it was coming down before the defense could get set up. And they did such a great job in the first half of identifying where shooters are and slowing them down, making Champlin get into a half-court set. Here it's kind of exploded in the last 2 minutes. And you got to stop the bleeding, but it starts really, John, on the offensive end, taking care of the basketball. Don't let Champlin get going. And you could just see the transformation. When they got a couple of easy buckets, the crowd got louder, their energy gets better. Now they start making shots.
Almost a 5-second call. McKay back with it. Now it's Hooker. Hooker stripped away by Johnson. Johnson knocked away from behind. Racine at least was able to prevent the fast break layup. It will make Champlin Park work for it, but another turnover for Park Center. Well, there was a little hand check there. You could hear Bo Powell calling for a foul that led to the turnover, perhaps.
And great hustle, you know, Eric Racine hustling back on D, preventing the layup. But really, the turnovers, they're just too much dribbling.
Almost stolen by Hooker, but Johnson got it. Hilly open for a three. That's not good. Rebound, though, by Johnson. Goes baseline. A little floater won't go. Tapped out to Matthews. Farrar back to the front court. Creates some space and gets the shot to go.
He's lucky there. It looked like there he lowered that shoulder and extended that left arm, a little push off, but no call. Created space and was able to knock down that mid-range jumper.
Ian Smith. He's had a good game offensively tonight. 16 points. Ball knocked away here by McKay. I was going to say off. Well, excuse me, knocked away by Hooker, and it's off Hooker.
Yeah, that's the right call. That was the right call. The last minute, Lebo knocked that ball off of Champlin Park.
McKinley right back into the game. Also Jack Darnell, a 6'4" junior, in for the first time today. Gives them a little bulk on the inside. He gets the ball here on the block, and we get a foul from behind him. Whistled on McKay.
Well, that's a tough matchup. Isaiah McKay, he's 6'2". I would bet he's no more than 170, 175. And Jack Darnell, he's 6'3", about 230. If they can get him the ball in the post, even though he's not a featured part of their offense, they'll take that matchup.
Whistle. And a foul on Darnell. Away from the ball. Moving screen on Darnell. It's his first. 5 team fouls on the Rebels here in the second half. 5 on Park Center. Pirates trail by 7. They've led a few times here in the game. The biggest lead has been 3.
Yeah, let's see if they can get down to Matthews. That's where they've had their success.
Matthews falling down, able to get the shot to drop.
What a move, what a finish. We know how tough that is. You're falling down, able to scoop it up. Park Center wanted a foul call, and maybe so, but what a finish. And Matthews certainly picked it up on the offensive end.
Ball knocked away from Gibson, last touched by McKay.
And you know, really, John, some of the differences are just, that's 2 deflections now that Park Center just hasn't been able to secure. Otherwise, they're off to the races on this end for a layup or a dunk. So sometimes it's just where the ball bounces, too.
Right to the basket, stripped away. Matthews ahead, and Lebo, nice job to step in front of McKay and get the steal. And now Champlin Park back in transition. Open free ball from the corner. Long, rebounded by Farrar, and he's fouled by Wright. Foul on Wright is his second, 16 fouls. So after this, Park Center will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Marty Hill back in.
Well, and credit Champlin defensively, other than Isaac Matthews, they've done a nice job of shutting the Park Center guards down up until this point.
McKay's 3, rims up, Hooker inside.
Wow.
Traveling.
Wow, I thought that was one of the best offensive moves I've seen. Look at him go up and watch a spin move. Oh, that's a heck of a move right there, John. That's too bad. 3-point play could have cut this back to a 1-possession game.
Hilly on the wing. Float shot for him, won't go. Ball back comes the Pirates. Farrar from Hooker, and they'll go to the line. Marion Farrar to the line for 2.
I can imagine Coach Tuxer's not going to go with this lineup too much longer. I'm guessing Brendan Witt's going to get back into the game. Yeah, right as I said that, he comes in. I think he's sensing that without him, they're able to attack the basket a little bit more. And really, that was about the first transition Park Center's had this game. You know, pushing that one, and Farrar able to get to the free throw line.
Witt and Smith, the senior co-captains, both check in. One more coming for Farrar, who's got 8 points. First trips to the line tonight for him. 1 out of 2, but Matthews gets the offensive board and scores.
I mean, he's got 11 here in the second half, I believe, 12. And I mean, that's what he does. Offensive rebound, hustle, great spin move. He's got excellent footwork for a big fella.
Wright gets a hand in there, can't save it. Look at that last basket. Is the offensive board off the miss?
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a spin. He keeps the ball high so no guards can pivot that. I mean, that's excellent hustle and excellent footwork. And that's what I thought we'd see more of right from the get-go. Instead, it took him a half to get going, but he certainly brought it here in the second half, and they've needed it. Oh, nice shot fake.
Lebo gets it off for Smith for a 3. To the corner, Farrar with the rebound. Ahead to Hooker, too strong. Witt with the rebound. Smith. And a blocking foul on Wright. That'll be his 4th.
Yep.
Number 23, Elijah Wright, his 4th.
It's his 4th foul, and he'll come out, and Brandon Agunda back in.
Well, that's the 6th team foul too, John. So Champlin will be shooting bonus from here on out as well. Both teams are, and with 9 minutes left, I think whoever's aggressive, whoever can put pressure on the defense, they're going to get rewarded, get trips to the free throw line.
Johnson, or excuse me, Hill will pass it in. They'll get it in for Smith. 52-50, or past the midway point of the second half. Rebels briefly had stretched the lead, but Park Center has come right back into it. Witt, nice little spin move to the basket, traveled.
Well, you got to like the consistency. I mean, that's the same spin down here. I don't like that call as a player. Those are both solid spin moves. I mean, look at that. One dribble, a hop with that. That looked like it should have been a foul. And I didn't like the travel call on the other end on Hooker. So spin moves are a part of basketball. I wish they'd let those go.
Pirates will try to take the lead. Farrar driving. Ball on the floor. Offensive foul on Farrar. A little bit of delayed whistle. I thought they weren't going to call anything there for a while.
It was one of those, I think they realized you got to call something. That's either a block or a charge. And actually you can see, I believe that's Jeremy Johnson coming over, or no, excuse me, Marty Hill was not set. He was still moving. That's either got to be a block or a no call.
Well, we stay at 52-50. Smith into the front court.
Oh, and Park Center's done a nice job again. I mean, Champlin was getting whatever they wanted. Now they've done a nice job of really stifling their offense as they've been stuck on 52. There's a turnover. And again, as big of a fan of Brendan Witt as I am, I've never seen him this almost unconfident with the ball. He's usually decisive and quick and makes great decisions. And there was a turnover. I mean, hats off to Park Center defensively. They've really done a nice job.
Farrar for Matthews. Back out to Farrar. McKay curling around, then missed Matthews underneath. Turnover, Park Center.
So that's 3 possessions, JJ, in a row. Trailing by 1 possession, turnovers. If Park Center goes on to lose this game, they're going to look back as a bunch of missed opportunities where they had a chance to tie it or take the lead. Instead, turn the ball over.
Gibson puts it on the floor. His jumper, not good. He's been quiet tonight offensively since very early on.
There's another one.
Hooker trying to go behind his back, lost the ball. Johnson trying to take it 1-on-2. Offensive foul on Johnson.
There's a turnover, number 4. Jeremy Johnson attacks. Oh, that excellent call. That's the right call. Isaac Matthews held his ground. And that's where, you know, Jeremy Johnson, as athletic as he is, there's this thing called the jump stop. And it's such a fundamental thing, but you go straight up, straight down. That way you avoid any potential charge.
Hooker inside to Matthews for the tie. Scored and one.
What a pass. Amani Hooker, great vision. Watch this look. Looks like he's going to swing it on the perimeter. Instead, he finds Matthews down. And look at the strength. That is why they need him to be a great. He's a one guy down low that can absorb contact, athletic enough to finish. What a big play, but what a great pass. I love to see, I get excited about great passes, John. I know you used to think I was a ball hog when I played, but I actually love good passing. And he finishes it off, and this is a ball game. I told you it was going to be a ball game tonight.
Park Center up by 1. Matthews has been a beast in the second half with 15 points. Floater by Hill, put the Rebels back up. Timeout, Champlin Park.
And I love that timeout. Coach Toucher sensing the momentum, sensing a little bit slipping away. They get a bucket. They got the lead back. Beautiful floater right there by Marty Hill. But you tell your guys, as bad as we played, as unconfident and uncharacteristic as we've been, we got the lead by 1. It's our game. And on the flip side, you know, Park Center, you're saying, guys, you know, this doesn't matter what happened in the other 2 games. We are here. We're right now in this moment. This is our team. Let's execute. Don't turn the ball over. Let's get good shots. If we're patient, we can get whatever opportunity we want.
(54-53) with 7:01 to play in the second half. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow favoring the Pirates.
Well, we talk about, you know, Park Center's defense, but, you know, 57 and 56 is what they scored in the first 2 games. They're already at 53 with 6:53 left to go. So offensively, they've been a lot more sound, executed a lot better.
Farrar, Matthews will take it to the basket. An offensive foul on Matthews. That'll be his 4th. Witt able to hold his ground and not commit his 4th.
And that's big because either one of those players was going to get their 4th.
Right.
And either team can really afford to lose either guy. You know, Park Center, especially with the way Matthews has played in the second half. And it looks like Coach Powell he's going to go to his bench. They're going to get him out probably for a couple minutes, keep him for the last 4 or 5 minutes. But you don't want to get down too far behind now where it's irrelevant when he comes back.
Swinging around left side for Gibson, trying to take Matthews off the dribble, and he was trying to force Matthews to commit a foul, and Matthews wasn't going for it, but he gives up the layup.
Yeah, that was almost Olay defense, and smart. You attack the guy with 4 fouls. Matthews obviously not wanting to foul out. Instead gives up the layup. Oh, what a pass.
Great pass by McKay down low to Oganda. First basket for Brandon tonight. 1 point lead again for the Rebels, and under 6 minutes to go.
You can see Coach Toucher is attacking Matthews. Whoever he's guarding, they're going to go right at him, try to force him to either foul or see if he can get an easy layup again like he did last time.
Smith to Gibson. And back to Ian Smith. Johnson isolated briefly on the left wing.
That's
now Gibson.
They wanted.
Oh, and then gives up the pass instead. Nicely done, Gibson to Johnson.
Park Center's got to get Matthews out, or they got to tell him, listen, if you're in, you got to play defense.
Farrar for the tie. Yes.
What a big bucket.
Number 10, Arian Flowers with 3.
Gibson to the basket, knocked away. Foul. And who's it on?
Yeah, that's going to be number 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They couldn't get him out before the next stoppage in play after he picked up number 4, and Isaac Matthews fouls out with 16 points.
And it's the right call too. If you look at that, when Ian Smith was driving, watch this. Isaac Matthews comes off of his guy. You can see this. You see him reaching there with his hands. That's just awareness. You got 4 fouls. Maybe it wasn't a foul, but it looked like a foul, and they had the right guy. That was the right call.
Oh, they've changed the call. They're going to say instead it was on Oganda.
Yeah, that's a wrong call. And I know Coach Tuxer's parents are watching in Florida right now saying, you got the wrong guy. Park Center very fortunate.
Smith missed the free throw.
Again, you can see it in the replay right here. Isaac Matthews is coming over from our right, and you're going to see him reach his hands in the cookie jar right there. 33, you can see, was off. Fourth wasn't even involved in the play.
Oh, that's a terrible call.
That's a bad call, and that, you know, that could come in very handy, especially with the way Matthews has played.
Foul on Hill.
Foul on number 1, Marty Hill, and his 4th.
And that's his 4th.
Number 15, Isaiah
McKay will shoot 2.
Into the Rebels, number 20.
And you can see Isaiah McKay, good drive. That looked pretty darn clean as well. Jeremy Johnson came over, got the clean block. I think they got Marty Hill maybe with the body on the push.
Timeout, Pirates.
Park Center timeout. Here's that foul that we thought initially McKay was fouled out on. They called on Oganda 33. You can see it's clearly not in the play.
Yeah, that's the wrong call. I mean, I saw it when it happened live. That's where you wish they could come over to the Channel 12 replay booth here and we could show them what really happened. But, you know, regardless, call, bad call, good call, whatever, hats off to Park Center. I mean, these guys came in here and a couple different times to start the game, and then even in the second half, Champlin got on that run, John, when they got transition, hit a couple of threes, were up by 8. It looked like it was about to, you know, get away from them. And every time Park Center's battled back, and they've had a variety of guys. Their guards have slowed a little bit here in the second half, but a timely 3 by Farrar, big time play by Isaac Matthews in the second half, as he's got 15 of his 16 in the second half. So good call, bad call, whatever. Hats off to Park Center for getting back and taking the lead. And I'm kind of excited to see Champlin and how they respond in a big pressure game, a tight game.
Pirates lead by 1. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. Foul trouble. Hill has 4 for Champlin Park. Wright and Matthews 4 each for Park Center. I'll give Park Center some credit for, I don't know if we call it gamemanship. You may call it cheating, I guess, if you're the Rebels fan. They talked the officials out of that 5th foul. I said, hey, he wasn't even in the play when he was.
Yeah, they should be salesmen. I might hire them to work with me.
Witt with the basket gives Champlin Park the lead again.
That was a big bucket. That's the way he normally plays. That was a good bucket to see.
Farrar, shot fake on the 3. Smith defending him.
Well, and here's where Park Center, John, doesn't need to force anything. Take their time. They've gotten good shots when they...
Farrar back out. Oh, and a blocking foul. And they call a foul on Witt, and that's his 4th.
Number 35, Brennan Witt, his 4th.
Well, it's still 1 and 1. Or no, it's a double bonus.
Double bonus, yeah.
So it didn't matter shooting foul or not.
Wait, no. Well, where was that? Wow. Farrar gets 1 out of 2.
Well, keep that in mind. That's Witt's 4th. And there's still 4 minutes left. Coach Tuxer leaving him in. Let's see if they continue to attack Witt. See if they can get a 5th foul on him. Wow, what a move.
Great drive to the basket. He's had some big hoops tonight. He puts his team back on front. Farrar drives, traveling.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Playing so quick and fast like that. Watch Ian Smith. I mean, crossover. Look at him use that body, left hand. He's used the left hand a bunch of times, but back on the other end, Park Center, take your time. If you've passed it around, get the defense moving. You've been able to get whatever you want. You don't need to get it right off the dribble like that.
Smith driving again, a little pull-up up and in. Back-to-back huge baskets for the senior.
And he's getting wherever he wants to. He's getting to a spot, and that time uses his body nice. Jump stop and a great little floater.
Matthews and Witt, they both got 4 fouls. It's back out to McKay. Step back 3, well short. Rebound by Johnson. Gibson will leave it for Smith. 3:15 to go. Rebels with the basketball. They lead by 4. Gibson for 3. A long rebound by Witt. Up to the basket and in.
And you can see he's fired up. He knows he's struggled all game long. He's had 2 big buckets down the stretch. What a big-time offensive rebound, and then the finish.
Suddenly a 6-point game. They're going to call a little touch foul out top on the right.
Watch this offensive rebound by Brennan Witt. Watch how high he gets. A nice contested 3. Look at this. I mean, that's just effort. Power dribble. He blocks his own. He says, get out of the way to his own guy. Finishes at the rim. What a play. And on the other end, Park Center, it comes down to execution, and their guys just have played too fast down the stretch, trying to get it back, trying to match, tit for tat. Instead, their offense all game has worked. If they take their time, they can get an angle, they can get a layup, they can get a jumper, they can get whatever they want.
Isaiah McKay tonight, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. He's got 18 points. 4-point game.
I was going to say, quiet in the second half. He had 14 in the first. Champlin done a nice job of slowing him down.
Smith off for Witt.
Oh, what
back for Gibson, for Smith for 2.
What a pass by the big fella. Little left-hand scoop underneath. We said they're unselfish.
Hooker for 3, well short. Ball tapped out. Matthews has it, puts it up, and a blocking foul on. If that's on Witt, that's his 5th.
That's a terrible call, John.
Well, they're consistent then.
Yeah. Watch Brennan Witt. Watch his position. He's standing here. He was there for a second and a half.
That is a horrible call.
Yeah, and that's been a number of them. And I hate to be critical of refereeing, especially at a high school level. They're doing the best they can, but that's been a couple of blocks and charges. We saw the last one. He got hit in his face, and they called the block. And that one clearly he had position, and that's a big loss.
Into the Rebels, number 1, Marty Hill.
Matthews to the line for 2. Pirates need every point. And Matthews calmly knocks down the free throw.
Yeah, and what you look at, guys, at home is you look for a defender. Is he moving his feet or is he set? And that time, Brennan Witt, I mean, he was there for a good 1-2 count. That's got to be a block or a no call at the very least.
A charge or a no call.
Yeah, or a charge, excuse me, yeah. Instead, 4-point game, Matthews calmly knocks them both down.
Continues his strong second half. 17 for the big senior Isaac Matthews to keep his team in the game. Timeout Champlin Park with 2:23 to go. Will Powell's team, really great effort tonight. They have one more comeback in them. They got to be proud of this game. I mean, they got a chance to win it, but regardless, they have played very tough for a number 4 seed against a team that has defeated them soundly twice, including by 35 points just 2 weeks ago tonight.
I think they're going to look back, John, at when they had it down to a 2-point game, those 4 or 5 possessions, that they turned it over 4 or 5 consecutive times, didn't even get a shot off. Now, at this point, what do you do? I think, Park Center's defense, when they've trapped and gotten Champlin playing a little fast, they've been able to turn them over. So I think you go for a steal, try to get Champlin to create a turnover, and see if you can go down and get an easy bucket transition. Then you're down to a 1-possession game, and with the way Champlin shot the free throws tonight, you take your chances at putting them at the line.
Meanwhile, Park Centers continues its strong free throw shooting. They're 18 of 21 from the stripe tonight. But right now, they've got to play defense. Trailing by 4, 2:20 to go.
Yeah, no surprise you put it in this kid's hand. He's had a hell of a game.
Smith missing this time. Rebound by Hill. He'll go up strong. Shot won't go. Rebound by Wright. And a foul called on Hill, and he'll fall out.
Wow.
Number 1, Marty Hill. That's his 5th.
Well, again, foul or no foul, who knows? But Marty Hill did a great job of getting that offensive rebound. At that point, you don't need a bucket. Kick it out, take some more clock off, try to get, run some time, try to force them to foul you. Instead, he went up, missed the contested, follow-up, and then, again, at that point, in this tight kind of a game, you're in the double bonus. You got to just back up, go play defense instead of giving them, free throws.
Wright's first trip to the free throw line tonight. He had a basket in the first half. Missed it. Oh, no. Back iron and drops through. How about that?
By mistake,
I'm not going to call him anymore.
He's going to bounce it really high.
That's right.
Go in.
3-point game, a one-possession game again. Pirates have found a way to stay in this game all the way through. Second one also good. They have been outstanding from the line tonight. 20 out of 23 as a team.
Yep. Oh, this is all you can ask for. A one-possession game. You play defense, you play discipline. No layups, no backdoors, no dumb fouls. You just play sound. Make Champlin earn it.
Gibson. Right on the baseline. Oh, nice backdoor cut and then missed by Johnson. They got the look they wanted, just couldn't finish.
And I thought they were lucky. I thought there was a travel on the baseline, JJ.
McKay driving, very tough shot. Won't go right, rebounds. Out of bounds. Going to call it jump ball. It'll be Park Center possession.
How about that effort by Wright? Going up. Watch this offensive rebound. First of all, I thought there was contact right there.
Right.
They didn't call it, but watch this effort. He goes back, Wright does, and gets that ball. That's just a heck of an effort.
Well, he shot. I think Wright got a break on that because he shot it and went off the underside of the basket, and he caught it again. And the Rebels thought that should have been a traveling call.
I will say this, in fairness to both teams can go back. Whoever wins can watch this game and say they got gypped on a couple of calls.
No doubt.
It's been equal on both sides, I believe. But hey, this is what you dream of. This is what you practice. Situational basketball. You're down one possession, a minute something left. We need to execute. This is a play they probably run over and over. Let's see if they come out. They've done a lot of success at a high ball screen, having Isaiah McKay come off. Let's see if they look to get Isaac Matthews on the baseline screen where he catches in the post. That's worked.
Inbound comes to McKay.
Yeah, and they're looking for Matthews down on the baseline.
They get it to him, puts it up, missed the shot, and rebounded by Gibson.
Yeah. That's the play they wanted. They got the look. He just didn't finish.
Smith driving out to Lebo. Lebo drive, tough shot, rebound by Johnson. And it's fouled by Wright. And Champlin Park fans cheering. They feel they haven't gotten much of the calls lately, and Elijah Wright fouls out on that play.
Yeah, that's the shot that Park Center would live with. Lebo on a floater going to his left, a contested floater, and offensive rebounds. They kill you every single time. And, Elijah Wright, who's had a quiet game except until the last few minutes here, has had a really productive last 2 minutes. Yeah, that's his 5th foul. He's going to be gone.
Oganda back in, replacing Wright, and Johnson to the line. Tonight, 2 of 2 from the line for the junior.
Back iron.
A one-possession game no matter what here. Second one is in. 3-point game.
And this is where Park Center, you don't need a three. You don't want to force a bad three. Get a basket. Get an easy two. Doesn't have to be a three here.
Farrar drives, handoff to Hooker with under a minute to go. McKay spins at the free throw line. Tough shot for him, short. Ball on the floor, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow, Champlin Park.
Yeah.
Tough shot for Isaiah McKay. Did a good job of following it, but couldn't get clean possession again.
They're lucky that wasn't a travel. He shot an air ball, caught his own air ball. And Coach Powell was pleading for a foul there. I thought that was excellent defense. Good defense.
And right, could have been traveling.
Yeah, or a travel,
right.
a jump ball or a travel. Either way, Champlin Park ball. But again, I mean, that's a really tough shot. You still got 45 seconds left. Take your time, get an easy look. I mean, look at this contested hanging in the air. And that ball didn't hit rim.
That's traveling.
That should have been a travel. They're fortunate.
I did that move a lot when I was playing like Nerf basketball in my bedroom when I was a kid. You throw it up to yourself.
Yeah,
but
yourself,
high school basketball is usually traveling. 70-67, Champlin Park with the possession. 3-point lead. And you just get the feeling Park Center's, even though there's not much time left, they still got a little run left in them.
No, absolutely. And I think they can trap and get a steal and get a bucket, and that's what you do. You don't need to foul right away. You don't want to gamble and then give up a wide open layup either. You want to try to do a controlled trap, see if you can get a turnover. If you can't, this is where scouting comes in. You got to know who to foul. Champlin has not done a good job tonight of making their free throws, so you take your chance at the free throw line. And conversely, it's probably one of the only times all year, John, that Coach Tucker's telling his guys we don't need to score as fast as we possibly can. Be careful with the ball, expect pressure. We have a timeout left, and let's take some time off this clock and let's get to the section finals.
JT Gibson to inbound. 45.3 seconds remaining. Isaac Matthews defending the inbound.
Watch something deep here if you're Champlin or if you're Park Center.
Back in play. Gets the inbound to Smith through the double team from Hooker, who commits the foul.
And great play, and I think that's exactly who Champlin wants to get the ball. Get their senior, Ian Smith. He's been really their best scorer tonight, 23 points. He's their senior, he's their leader. Get the ball, I got it, coach. I'm the free throws, I will knock them down. It's double bonus from here on out as well.
2 of 3 from the line tonight for Smith. Drop through.
I thought you were going to say missed it.
No, after Elijah Wright's shot that I thought wasn't going to go in, I've known better. Second one by Smith. Comes out. Oh, and stripped away by Wright, and he's fouled. Great offensive rebound by McKinley Wright, and he'll go to the line.
How about this, John? He's 5'11", freshman guard, battling down with bigger, stronger, older guys. That's just hustle. That's just saying, I want to win this game for my team. I'm only a freshman, but I'm going to contribute. What a big game and what a big play. Offensive rebounds tonight. Champlin's got about 40 of them.
I mean, look who fouls out. This time, Isaac Matthews does commit his 5th.
You know, and at this point, I don't know how big that really is, but it is another guy that can score. Now you're really dependent on your perimeter players to try to get a 3 or get to the basket.
Wright, first time to the line tonight, makes the free throw. Second one for Wright. Calmly knocks them both down.
How about that for a freshman, John?
Park Center's got to hurry. 40 seconds to go. They're down 6. McKay to Farrar. 3 blocked. Now we're going to get a foul on Johnson.
Oh, wow.
And he'll shoot 3. Farrar will. You don't need to foul the three, and you want to get a hand in his face. So he got him, definitely got him on some wrist and some ball.
My coach in college, Mike Bray, asked me, I followed a jump shooter in a college game. He said, "Are you a shot blocker?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Then what the heck are you doing blocking jump shots?" And it's so true.
Farrar missing.
Misses, they're lucky. But as a guard, you just want to contest that. Do not give a guy free throws on a tough jump shot like that.
Second one is good. One more coming for the junior, very own Farrar. 13 points for him tonight. 4 guys with at least 11 for Park Center tonight. Got 1 out of 3. Hooker was trying to fight for the rebound but didn't get it. Gibson got it. Hands off to Wright, and he's double teamed and fouled. And they go back down to shoot 2 more. Park Center will extend this game as long as they can and hope that the Rebels miss some of these free throws. Fouls on Racine, his second.
Well, and you think too, I mean, there's 2 missed free throws there, John. He makes both of those. You're at a 1-possession game. Instead, you're at 5 now, and you can really put this one away with 2 free throws right now.
A little less pressure this time for Wright.
You love that. You love seeing guys that in the moment they want it. And you love having a freshman come in like that. And he's played big minutes here all game long, but to come in that last offensive rebound, then to go up and calmly knock these free throws down, that's what you look for in a player, is a guy that's got that heart.
Makes them both. 7-point game. Park Center will need a miracle. McKay 3, banks it in. Timeout, Park Center. Well, maybe a miracle starts with a banked-in 3.
Well, and this again, I mean, great shot. But this goes back to those 2 missed free throws. You know, imagine he makes those. This is a completely different game. But yeah, banking hours are extended later here in Rogers on a Tuesday night. But that was a nice shot. He was in rhythm, pulling up. He was deep, but you like that.
21 points now for McKay, and what he hopes is not his final game, but certainly could be.
Well, we talked to Coach Powell before the game. Obviously, he has a chance to play at the Division II level, and you can see why. He's a very talented kid, and he'll put on some weight, I think, a little stronger, and probably be a very good college player at that level.
One more game here yet to come tonight. You and I get to watch game 2 as Jay Wilcox and Ariel McDonald will take over for Osseo Maple Grove, and that should be a fun one.
I don't know if you can top. Now that rivalry may be a little bit more intense, but just the back and forth in this game, the excitement in this game. I mean, it's been filled with passion. Both sides, both fans are loud, and it's been a really fun game to call, a really fun game to watch too.
Gibson will inbound. Park Center needs a steal here. 22.8 seconds left. Whistle will get a foul. Whistled on Racine, holding Lebo. Now Lebo will go to the other end. He missed his 2 free throw tries he had in the first half. He'll get a shot to redeem himself here. And as they say, Johnson. I thought, no, never mind.
Well, I thought they had it on holding Lebo too.
So did I.
Well, not a bad fall. No time went off the clock. It wasn't intentional.
And Johnson misses.
Champlin is doing just enough to keep this game interesting. And again, make or miss. You don't necessarily need a 3.
Did get the second one. He's 4 out of 6 from the line.
Down by 5, you just want to get as quick of a good look as possible.
Farrar, tough shot, like short. Rebound for Champlin Park for Johnson. He'll go back to the other end with 16.9 seconds to go. Foul on Racine again. That'll be his 4th.
You know, even that shot, quick shot like that, it's okay to take, but plant your feet, get your feet set instead of doing an off-balance, floating shot. Do a dribble handoff. Maybe try to get your senior, Isaiah McKay, who just hit a 3, get him a shot in rhythm. But it may be no harm, no foul here with some more missed free throws.
The Rebels can't put this one away. Johnson just 1 out of his last 3. Now 2 for 4. 2-possession game, but only 15 seconds left. McKay, deep 3. This one comes off. Rebound to Wright. Wright will finish it off. No, he won't. It's rebounded, though, by Lebo. He'll put it up. And Champlin Park, struggling much of the night, will advance to the section championship game.
What a game. What a game. What an effort. What a great effort by Park Center. That resiliency of a champion, #1 seed for a reason. They got in a close, contested game and yet found them, they executed when they needed to, had some big plays, and what a really fun game, John.
We'll take timeout. We'll be back and wrap things up from Rogers High School. Champlin Park advances to the section final. And we're back for our post game after this timeout.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Champlin Park wins. They go to the section final Friday night here at Rogers High School. Welcome back. John Jacobson joined by Jeremy Johnson and Ian Smith. And Ian, boy, this is a tougher game certainly than you had either time with the Park Center this year. What was the difference in what they were doing tonight?
Tonight they just played a lot scrappier than usual. We knew coming in that this was going to be a tough game for us. Beating them twice, it's always hard to beat a team a third time, but we came out here, played as hard as we could, and fortunately we came out with the win.
Down the stretch, what was the key for you guys?
Free throws, for sure. We missed a lot of free throws, but made more than we missed. So I think that was positive for us, and keeping our head in and keeping our confidence. Confidence is key.
When you get in a game like this, and it's a tough game, and you feel some calls maybe didn't go your way, did you just kind of try to keep calm as a senior and a captain for the team?
Yeah, as hard as it is, being on varsity for 4 years, I mean, you get used to the calls, being in the sections, and they call it a lot tighter. So you get used to it and try to calm the younger guys down as we did. And fortunately, our freshman Kinley came in and knocked down some clutch free throws for us.
Congratulations. Good luck Friday.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremy Johnson makes some free throws down the stretch, and certainly a tight game. Tell me about the effort Park Center gave you tonight.
Oh, they came out playing a really intense game. They were a more up-tempo team, so we looked to keep it up-tempo because that's our game as well. And as you see, it was a high-scoring game, so I thought we both played really good games, and it was a good W for us.
How about their defense? They seem to play really good, tough, contested a lot of shots, especially in the middle part of that first half.
Yeah, they always work hard on defense. They've been known for that for many years, but we look to push forward on offense and attack their defense and score more points that way and win the game.
Get a little bit of a scare tonight. It's good to have a close game, though, and section tournament play, get you ready for Friday?
Yep, it keeps us on our feet where we need to be and stuff. So we'll be ready for Friday, and we'll look forward to getting another win.
Congrats on the win. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
Jeremy Johnson and Ian Smith from the Champlin Park Rebels. Again, a win for them, much closer than the final score of 79-71, but they get their 25th win of the season, and they advance to the section final here Friday night. That'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Ryan Iverson and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for watching our coverage of Section 5 4A basketball.